the campionato is about to start in less than 1 week. Okay, we left Milan.
Time really flies, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. And with us today, we have the incredible, legendary. Oh,
wow, you're being too kind. You're being too kind, dude.
I know you're a
pleasure
Milan
to be
lover,
here.
so. Super, super.
Pleasure to be here.
I have a question. So what we're gonna do in this video, we're gonna do a little Serie A prediction. I'm gonna ask you, who do you think is gonna be leaving Serie A? How to say that word in English? Like relegated in Serie B, and who's gonna finish top 6?
To be honest, I think last season Salernitana really got away with it. Like they really got away with it. Like they were bottom for a long time, and I think they really got away with it. And credit to them, by the way. But I have to apologize to the people of Salerno. I think Salernitana will be one of the 3 to go down. I also don't trust what Cremonese has done. And I think Cremonese and Lecce will go down as well.
Yeah,
along with Salernitana.
So then here is a question for you. That you love football stories. Where do you see ending up this incredible Monza? It's gonna end up on the right side. It's not gonna be relegated, as you mentioned. But here is the question: it's gonna end up on the right side of the table or on the left-hand side of the table?
Well, I think it depends on how much the sugar daddy will want to spend, because I think the FFE doesn't really matter for Monza, right? They're not in Europe, so it doesn't really apply to them.
Yeah.
And I think there'll be a comfortable mid-table team. You know, they won't be a threat to the top of the table, but
no.
I don't think they'll feel the stress of battling a relegation war as well. So I think they'll be in and around that, you know, comfortable 13th, 12th, 13th, 14th. Maybe potentially like a surprise 10, 11, but nothing more than that, nothing less than that.
Who's going to win the Scudetto this year?
Actually, I would say much like the last season, it will be a 3-horse race. You would have Milan and Inter in and around the, you know, the number 1 spot, and Juventus as well. They will be in and around that number 1 spot. And I think one of them will drop down. And this is a bold prediction, but I do think Inter will be the first to drop towards the end of the next season. And much like Napoli did towards the end of last season.
I have the same feeling.
I think it will be a 3-horse race all the way to almost the end, and then at the end you're going to have the top 2, which is Milan and Juve. And I think Milan is the more, I would say, the stable of the projects. There's not much change in it. As a matter of fact, Milan, I would say they roughly improved. I think it will be Milan, Juventus, Inter, and I would say Roma takes that 4th spot. Like by hook or by crook, they will get that 4th spot.
Yeah. So you think Roma is going to finish above Napoli, above Fiorentina, above Lazio? I mean, Roma did an incredible market transfer. So I think, do you think it's Mourinho can lead the team on the top 4?
Well, I mean, as we're talking about this, I'm actually writing a video on Roma. You know, like feel free to check it out.
Make sure to check out the
video. with His Highness OldHeart Rossoneri being in it as well. And it's honestly, it's between Roma and Lazio. Like for me, I love the project of Fiorentina. I adore it, but I don't think there's enough in there to push for top 4. I think they will be in and around that top 6. I personally have them as you know, the top 6. You know, maybe 5th, maybe 6th. It will be between Lazio, Fiorentina, and Atalanta. You know, 5, 6, 7. You could change any of these, I think
Yeah.
Fiorentina will do enough to get a European spot. Now, which
Okay.
European spot? It could be the Europa Conference League. It could be
Yeah.
the Europa League.
Yeah.
But I don't see Fiorentina in top 4.
So let's say top 3 is gonna be, doesn't matter. It's gonna be either Milan, Juventus, or Inter. Roma Roma 4th, and then we're gonna have 5, 6 is gonna be Fiorentina, Lazio, and then there's gonna be an Atalanta somewhere.
I think
maybe
Atalanta will take that last European spot.
last European spot. Okay, we didn't mention Napoli, by the way.
Oh, right.
Where do you think Napoli is gonna end up this season? Because they gave away Koulibaly.
Pretty much the backbone of that project. Koulibaly is gone. Insigne is gone. Dries Mertens is gone.
In one season.
You know, literally, you're taking the bone out of Napoli. Literally, the bone out of Napoli. Because of that, I don't see them in top 4.
Okay.
They might be in and around that top 6 or maybe top 7, you know, like for a European spot. Like I personally would have Fiorentina over them, but then there's Luciano Spalletti. You know, you can never really discount that guy. Like you want top 4, this guy will get you that top 4 by any means, and we have seen that with Inter, and you know, in the past with Roma. But I don't know. Like I'm not too optimistic on Napoli. I think they will be in top 6. I forgot to mention them in the top 6, but I don't see them pushing for top 4.
Okay.
And you know, the rest of Napoli, I'm very curious.
I'm very curious as well. My eyes this season are going to be on Fiorentina for sure. I want to see, because as you mentioned, I like the project, so I want to see the Fiorentina, how they will go. I want to see, of course, Monza. I want to see what's the other team that I'm curious to know. It is, of course, Napoli, because as we mentioned, it's the backbone is gone. So I'm curious to see if Spalletti still have the energy and the ability to bring Napoli up there. And of course, I'm curious to see Roma. Really, everyone wants to see Roma now. So we will see how they will go.